This is a model for difficult conversations. Morning, Katie. How's things?
Yeah, good, thanks. Yeah, I had a few things to think about from our last session.
Okay. So just remind me about what we discussed last time about this issue.
So we were talking about how with my son being away at uni, it's quite difficult sort of talking about money with him and how he's using his allowance and trying to support him to sort of keep within the boundaries of the allowance and not need any extra. Yeah.
Sure. Okay. So whilst after last session, I was having a little think about what might be helpful for you. And there's a tool that I've used before called Difficult Conversations, which I think might be helpful in this situation. Let me just explain it to you and see if it's something that you fancy giving a go. It gives you just a sort of a brief structure to help to plan for a conversation which could potentially be a bit of a difficult conversation. But it helps you to give it a bit of thought, which is often what is the key to making a success of these conversations. But also it helps you to kind of think clearly about what you want to say, but also how you want to say it to hopefully bring about the best outcome. Is that something you'd be happy to give it a try?
Yeah, I think that'd be helpful because I feel like I've not, like Owen and I have reached a bit of a stalemate in talking about this. So that sounds really useful.
Yeah, okay, great. So let me just share my PowerPoint and I'll show you the structure. So this tool uses 7 steps, and it literally helps you to prepare a script. So the 7 steps are on the left, that take you through, and the list on the right is some openers for each of those 7 steps for you to form a sentence. So it's quite easy. You go down the 7 steps, and for each one, you write a sentence about your situation.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just give you 2 to 3 minutes just to work through those and for you to write down your 7 sentences, and then we'll have a chance to review that afterwards. So I'll let you just do that for yourself.
And this is sort of imagining having this conversation with my son.
Absolutely. Imagining talking to him,
Yeah.
yeah, and just giving you space to express all about what you're thinking, but in a calm and clear way.
Yeah. Okay, I think I've got.
Okay, great, well done. Right, I'll just take the PowerPoint down. Okay, so what I'd like you to do, if you're happy to, is to almost practice saying these lines to me as though I'm your son. It can sound a little bit scripted, but don't worry about that. Just sort of go with it and just read out those sentences that you've written one after the other, and then we'll see how that feels.
Okay. So, Owen, I'd like to talk to you about how you manage your money from your allowance, because for 2 months you've requested extra money at the end of the month. When you asked for money for a haircut this month, I felt frustrated. I'm concerned that you may not be learning how to budget and be financially independent. I want to find a solution to supporting you to plan and manage your money each month. I'm responsible for maybe not modeling this or giving you more support for this when you were still living at home. Um, but I'd really like to hear what you've got to say about the issue and what ideas you've got.
Great. Okay, well done. How did that feel, sort of actually reading it out?
Um, yeah, all right, actually. Really, really helpful. Um, and it just, yeah, it does help me feel much calmer about it.
Mm,
And less frustrated. And I think what was really interesting was sort of teasing out the where I've got some responsibility, like what's mine and what's his. That was
yeah.
really helpful having that piece in there about what I'm responsible for. Yeah, and it just felt like it didn't feel too sort of stilted or contrived. It
Okay,
felt
that's
like
good.
it was sort of a natural conversation, because
Yeah.
those are the sort of things you'd want to express. So it was
Yeah.
a nice way of laying it out. Yeah. And interesting that it does allow you to sort of express your feelings within that. Because
Yeah.
now I feel
But not in
frustrated.
a not but sort of not too emotively. It's more a fact
Yeah,
how you're
yeah, it
feeling, isn't
was.
it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
just like an honest, this is what's going on for me. Yeah, I thought that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
helpful. I could see using it with my son. Yeah, I think
Okay,
it's useful.
great. Okay. Maybe have a thought then about where that might fit in the near future, and then
Hmm.
we can maybe unpack how that goes
Yeah,
next time.
yeah, that sounds great. I'd love to do that. Thank you.
Great.